Goku shows mercy for a reason unlike any other I've seen in a character. It is so unique to specifically him that only he could get away with this mindset. Typically, when someone shows mercy, it is for a greater reason. Perhaps they feel bad, compassionate, a reason greater than themselves. To show mercy is to give someone what they need, not what they may deserve. You see many fictional characters display great acts of mercy all the time. However, Goku's relationship with the concept is pretty different. It can ultimately be summed up as, where there is life, there is potential.
You've won. It's over.
Not yet. I have to finish him.
No! Listen, just let him go, Krillin. Show him what it means to be merciful. Merciful?!
The simple rationale behind specifically adult Goku's merciful mindset is that the story of his childhood was very different. It was about becoming the strongest in the world, which took him the entire first half of the story to accomplish. Goku was announced as the world's strongest at the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament at the age of 18. So, in his mind, up until the first 18 years of his life, there were always stronger people coming out of nowhere. Back then you had Roshi, Tien, Piccolo, Krillin, and even Yamcha when he first appeared. They were pretty strong, and so Goku was constantly being challenged and always had a good fight because he was nowhere near the strongest on Earth when he first arrived. Goku lost 2 of his first world tournaments and always had something to strive towards. So, as a child, he never thinks about showing mercy, unless someone is literally on their knees begging. Kid Goku kills more than adult Goku ever did without even thinking about it. 5 years go by as Goku is the world's strongest man, and there is no one to challenge him despite even showing mercy to Piccolo. This is where the mindset shift starts to change, and as the story develops with Goku becoming his own master on the way to Namek, he consciously makes the decision to not kill. Raditz had to beg, but Vegeta, most of the Ginyu Force, and even Frieza he let live. Because Goku always wants there to be an opportunity to test himself against the strongest fighters from across the universe. That is one of the many differences between the childlike Goku and adult Goku. Ironically enough, Kid Goku was canonically more deadly than the strongest version of himself as an adult. Goku's reasoning for showing mercy does not come from some moral high ground really at all. He just wants to fight them again. Goku's character constantly comes into question whether he is even a good guy, whether he is selfish, but that doesn't really matter. The number one reason why he lets people live and even shows mercy in the first place is because he wants to fight them again. But before getting into a story that involves Goku showing absolutely no mercy at all, here is a quick word from today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends' new limited animation series, Call of the Arbiter. Most people know Raid as the viral mobile game that launched all the way back there in 2018. Now they are premiering a new animation series to add more lore to the universe and game. These are new episodes that release every Thursday at 10 AM EST until July 20th. You can watch it for free in-game or on YouTube. The latest episode, which for me right now is episode 7, features some really nice animation and beautiful soundtrack and voice acting. Raid is expanding the lore of their universe a lot. The limited series shows the backstories for many of the champions that you see in the game, Raid Shadow Legends. With this new series, there are also a bunch of activities that you can still partake in. There's lots of new stuff for Raid fans to sink their teeth into, as well as stuff that may interest you if you've played before. It's live, so jump in now. Everyone will have the chance to get Artak, one of 5 new characters from the show, as a playable legendary champion for free by just logging into Raid for 7 days between now and July 24th. And if you haven't started playing Raid yet, use my link in the description, first line, or scan the QR code on screen now to get insane bonuses. We are talking about an epic champion, Drake, from the Lizardman faction, along with 200,000 silver, 4 times energy refills, epic skill tomes, and a day 1 booster. So just hit the link in my description, and thank you to Raid for sponsoring this content. Goku destroys the very soul of Kid Buu with a spirit bomb, disintegrates every last fiber in his body down to the atom, and still asks for him to be revived and reincarnated into a person that one day will be a good person, all so that they can fight again when the time is right. Another act of Goku showing mercy without actually showing mercy. This has led up to one of the longest anticipated events to come in probably all of manga. For 30 years, Oob was left as Goku's protege, and still, there are only prophecies of what this could actually look like. Before the Tournament of Power, Goku is speaking with Dende, who tells him about the resurrected spirit of Majin Buu, who has been transferred into the soul of a young boy from a poor village. At first, Goku is intrigued, but doesn't pay much attention to it outside of that. Later on in the Moro arc, when all hope seems lost, while being crushed in his arms, an unknown ball of energy shows up to engulf Goku and gives him enough power to overpower and defeat Moro in his Susanoo Ultra Instinct form. This power came directly from Oob, guided by the Supreme Kai inside of Majin Buu. This was huge, but as the events played out, Goku and everyone else's reaction to this power was confused as to where it came from. And so they blindly moved on to the next story arc without any further acknowledgement to the reincarnation himself. For right now, that is it. 2023 has been extremely quiet for the Dragon Ball franchise. Nothing new has happened all year, which is crazy to think about how they ended last year with Black Frieza and how there was all this anticipation for what was to come. This year, nothing. Stuff's probably going to be on the way at some point, it's just not right now. It is the quarterfinals of the Multiverse Tournament. Goku is going up against a fully trained Oob in the newest depiction of the master and student dynamic. Goku has his long-awaited all-out fight with the fully realized reincarnation of his strongest ever opponent. With Goku going through the Super Saiyan levels and Oob maxing out his Kaioken to match the power boost, the fight is beautifully illustrated here in this manga. This is a variant of Goku who has not met Beerus and strictly goes off the original Z ending, so SS3 is him going all out on Oob. At some point during the fight, Oob screams out, "Turn into candy," which makes Goku freak out from PTSD, but Oob was just joking since he doesn't actually know how to do that technique, which I thought was pretty funny. But the battle goes on for a few more panels until Goku gets this body shot in that knocks Oob out of Kaioken and sends him to the ground. Just when he thinks the battle is over, Oob shows Goku a new version of Kaioken named Transcend. He bulks up into this massive figure, pupils are gone, and takes his master by complete surprise, slamming him into the ground with his hand. This is a variant of Kaioken that is able to match it with the 400 times multiplier that is Super Saiyan 3. In fact, even surpass it. Goku can't even touch Oob in this form, and so this is how the battle ends. Oob runs out of stamina, and Goku just gets hit really hard. So in the end, they both fall out of the sky back into their base forms, having fought each other to a stalemate. This time, in a callback to the 21st World Tournament, Goku is the one to stand up first and claim victory. In the semi-finals against Vegeta, both of them power up to a Super Saiyan level, but still only in their base forms. And once again, Goku shows no mercy. Seemingly to the naked eye, one-shotting Vegeta, leaving him in a ditch. This fight is depicted to take place between one panel and the next. It shows Goku and Vegeta standing opposite each other. Then, you flip the page, and Vegeta is lying in a ditch. The story then goes into a form of manga cinematic timing to go back and show exactly how Goku beat Vegeta, slowing things down to nanoseconds level of speed, taking the whole chapter to backtrack to this final point of conflict, which in the end Goku wins and moves on to the finals of this story, showing no mercy.